So then, Newcastle United have this morning announced the signing of Southampton fullback Tino Livramento on a 5-year deal worth around £31 million plus add-ons. A lot of people are raising eyebrows at that, thinking, oh God, there's another 30-odd million pounds that Newcastle United are spending. But listen, they're spending for the future here. Livramento's 20 years old and he's a hell of a talent. He's got one hell of a future. This guy's a future in England international. And funny enough, what he said, in his interview, that he's massively looking forward to working and learning from Kieran Trippier. He says, and to be able to learn from Kieran Trippier is another big thing for me. Hopefully he teaches me how to become a better player and a better fullback. Now that's fantastic news. I mean, we know that Kieran Trippier is well respected within the game, but when you're getting youngsters like that turning around and saying that was another draw to Newcastle United to be able to come and learn under Kieran Trippier, learn his trade, learn how to be a better fullback. The main question for everybody is, where is Livramento going to play? Because look, this is a lot of money, and we're not going to spend a lot of money for him to continue to sit on the bench. So does Livramento start at left back? This has been a question that we've been asking for a long time, since the links came in with Livramento and everything like that, and thinking, right, is he going to sign? Is he not going to sign? But all the talk was about where will he play? Because we know at the moment Kieran Trippier has well and truly got that right back position down. There's no way he's going to be dropped. But the left back position has been a worry, and it's been a worry for a lot of fans for a lot of time now. Not everyone agrees, but certainly, you talk to people around the ground, and left back is always a position that's mentioned about where we should be strengthening. And, it's clear to everybody. Look, I watched the Cellar Cup at the weekend. Matt Targett on Saturday, I didn't think he was great. Me and Alex particularly watched him and watched his positioning because we knew we were going to talk about it on the show yesterday. And he was all over the place at times. Yeah, he got back most of the time to recover, but he shouldn't be in that position in the first place. Dan Burn on Sunday got turned quite a few times and then done for pace. That is my big worry with Dan Burn. You look at Saturday's game, for instance, and, Diaby will start for Villa. I'm under no doubt about that. And he will give Dan Burn a rough time. Now, Alex did say on the show again last night, Dan Burn didn't get done for pace against anybody last year. He did really well. But this is a new season. It's a year on. You've got to start looking at that extra quality to come in. And Livramento certainly is that quality. He's played left back plenty times for Southampton, so it's not like he would come into a new position. But we know Eddie doesn't necessarily rush his new signings into the team. Now, whether, obviously, Livramento, he gets a full week of training now with the team, so it's not like he's been thrown in at the Lions' den. However, he's also experienced in the Premier League at Southampton. So, Player of the Year there, he's got a lot of talent, and this guy is very exciting. Now, he said he's really excited to have signed for Newcastle United. He's looking forward to playing in front of the fans. So again, the fans, we get a mention because obviously I think Tino knows. He'll have watched TV, he'll have played at St James's Park in the past. Very much looking forward to being a home player and actually getting adored by the fans, which he will, because he's such an attacking fullback. He will give you that sort of oomph that we've needed at full-back position, getting up, and if he starts on the left, overlapping. It's been a major problem for us in the last couple of seasons where we haven't had a left-back who overlaps. It's just not happened. And that maybe is what Maxie's problem's been in the past. He hasn't had that full-back to link up with, and that's why it didn't quite work for him at Newcastle. But Livramento went on to say, I was here for the games over the weekend, even though there were friendlies, there were so many fans and they were still so loud. I can't wait to see what it feels to play like in front of them in the Premier League or Champions League game. The way the manager plays football is really attractive, and I feel like it suits me as a player. And with how well the team did last season, the trajectory that we're on, now I'm just looking forward to being a part of that. So you can see the excitement in this kid. As I say, he's 20 years old. He's coming into a huge team with huge potential and massive ambition. And there's nothing better for a footballer to come into a club that has the ambition that Newcastle United have. We've seen it. We've heard it from the owners. We've seen it, starting to take place now. The players that we've brought in are just fabulous. And we're really looking forward to getting started this season. The question is, does Eddie Howe throw him straight in? I really don't know. Eddie said that Tino is a very talented young player with an exciting future ahead of him, so we're delighted to sign him. At 20 years old, he already has lots of attributes that I admire, but he also has the potential and drive to really grow with this team. I'm looking forward to working with him and seeing him develop in a Newcastle United shirt. So the way Eddie's talking there, again, he's talking about development, etc. So that doesn't necessarily tell me that he's going to start at left back. I've been saying on the shows that I believe he will once he was signed. Does Saturday come too early for Tino Livramento? I don't know. He'll get a week's training and then we'll see where Eddie Howe is on Saturday. He's got enough problems as it is, Eddie Howe, to try and pick in a first 11 from what we've got. I know everybody that's been in the Toon Review Fantasy League is starting to change the team around based on certain Newcastle United signings. You know, Harvey Barnes has come in. Do you put Livramento in? Because, you know, left back is always that position that, you know, even Alan Shearer the other day came out in an interview and said that maybe we should go for another striker, but he also mentioned left back. And like I said earlier, everyone you talk to mainly says, we need a left back or somebody to cover Fabian Schär's position at the right-hand side of central defence. But I think Eddie Howe has been quite surprised with the way young Alex Murphy has performed in pre-season. I don't think that is necessarily a very important position that Eddie feels that he needs to fill now, because obviously he's got Lascelles there. Whatever you think of Jamal Lascelles, he is there to cover. And of course now, with Alex Murphy coming through the ranks and playing so well, since we signed him in pre-season, he's doing brilliantly. This kid has got a big future at Newcastle United, which is awesome, really. I mean, you know, we've struggled in the past to bring players through. Now, I know Alex Murphy, you know, we signed him, he came over, you know, we didn't bring him through the academy or anything, but it's brilliant to have these youngsters who get the opportunity to step up into the first team squad and then perform as well as they have. You know, you look at Lewis Miley, 17 years old, wonderful, mature head on his shoulders, knows what he's doing, no panic about him, and he settled into playing with Bruno or Tonali, whoever it was over pre-season, and did really well. And you look at Livramento coming in now and mentioning Kieran Trippier as somebody that he looks up to and somebody that he wants to learn from. We've got a massive future here. We've got kids coming through. You know, so earlier on in the transfer window, you know, we were panicking about and all saying, oh my God, you know, we haven't got any players, we need a squad. But we've said we've only, and this is what, the third or fourth signing, so third signing, there you go. We've also got the kids coming through. And, you know, it's an old cliche, but you can say, well, they're just like new signings. Lewis Miley, I mean, nobody expected him to sort of play as well as he has in pre-season and settle in around absolute quality players and didn't look out of place at all. Livramento's coming in from Southampton. Player of the year down there. They know what he can do. Southampton are gutted to lose him, obviously, but he was always going to leave when they got relegated. He's a massive talent. These young kids that we're bringing into the squad, you know, they are there to play football. They're not there to sit on the bench or to play in the academy or whatever. We are starting to see players being brought through, which is what we've been screaming out for a long time, for our academy to be able to process these players, bring them on. We've never had that for quite some time now. The academy has kind of been left in the lurch by, obviously, the previous owners, and we've never had that opportunity to see young kids coming through. Elliot Anderson, there's another one. You know, he is absolutely flying in pre-season. He's bulked up, he looks ready, he looks hungry to play. But then you look at the first 11 and think, where the hell is everyone going to fit in? But what it does do for Newcastle United now is it makes our bench 100% stronger than it was last year. You know, all the way during the season last year, we were doing match reviews and things like that, and we were talking about, you know, wouldn't it be nice if we could make substitutions and bring on quality for quality coming off the field? You know, it just wasn't the case last year. We were bringing players on, but they weren't the same quality as the players coming off. We've got a hell of a bench this season. Whatever first 11 we put out, we are still going to have an absolutely wonderful first 11. So, substitute bench. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait for this season to get started. Brilliant news this morning about Tino Livramento. You know, everyone expected the signing to take place early doors this week. Obviously, with him being up over the weekend, he will have got all the medicals and stuff out of the way. And they've announced him this morning. So it's absolutely wonderful news. Let me know in the comments what you think about the signing of Livramento. Are you really happy about it? Is this the way forward now for Newcastle United, signing all these young players? And where do you think Livramento is going to start? Is he going to start at left back, or is he going to be an understudy to Kieran Trippier? Let me know, because I'm fascinated to get your opinion on that. Personally, I think he'll be left back, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. If you have enjoyed it, as usual, please do give it the thumbs up. Keep us up there in the YouTube search results. And also, if you are new to the channel, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Come and be part of this amazing community on the Toon Review and help us towards 23,000 subscribers. It is free to do so, but don't forget to hit the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload any videos in the future. But if you're watching this on the Tuesday, don't forget tonight at 7 p.m. we have the prediction show. Come and join us. Let us know what your predictions are for the Premier League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. It should be a great interactive show, so get involved and we'll see you at 7. But in the meantime, guys, have a wonderful Tuesday. Take care.